We're back inside world headquarters. Man, I tell you, I so badly want to save this. Look at this. It's got just a kind of an odd shape to it, but it's cool and it works. So I'm gonna do my best to save it. And of course, that's kind of an Art Deco-ish looking thing there. I like it. We're gonna probably trim those off. But anyway, we're to that point where I have got to rebuild the floor. So I'm gonna pull it off of here, set it upside down over here. You've seen me do it a million times. I might just, if I get this thing upside down and there's something just a little bit odd, I'll show you. I'll keep you updated, but we're probably not gonna go piece by piece on this. It's a flat floor, probably the same as that JS that you just saw about 4 videos. Well, longer than that. That was kind of the beginning. But you get the idea. But if anything gets different, I'm gonna show you. And I think it's gonna go pretty quick. Pretty quick. I'm gonna go take some measurements right now. Well, that is just about the simplest flat floor I believe I've ever seen. I like it. Should be pretty easy to recreate. Now that's junk added on. It's really one piece going, of course, except for the split there. Then just one piece. Then there'll be that one here and the one here. This is gonna be on a 30-degree angle, cut back on both ends. But man, I like it. But let me tell you what I don't like. And I knew this was coming. I knew it. We got a couple of welds that are broken. So, we're gonna call the weld shop. We're gonna take her over there, have them get some work done for us, get it reinforced back up. I'll tell you, part of the problem is right here. You know, there needs to be more right there. But this being a first year Cabana, I can see they're probably, you know, they didn't know exactly what they were doing. So, it's just right there though. All the other welds look great, no problems. So hopefully, and the shop inspector caught that. He got a treat for it, so good job, Curly. We're gonna get on this right now. Well, I promised you I would show you some of the things I saved. Obviously, the door. These are actually pretty easy to rebuild. It's gonna come apart. Here's the front. Let me get you a shot of that. I've got to get a new doorknob. That's not correct. But anyway, this just comes off like that. I'm gonna have to scrub that up. That's really about the only piece of skin that I'm saving is that. And then all this comes off, hollowed out, replaced with some really nice amber shellac. I'm going to dig into this sink. It's stainless. I've got some stainless steel polish. If that works, great. I saved the door face, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to reuse it. I think I can do a better job anyway. Windows. Every single one of them needs rebuilt, but it's what we're here for. I saved that stove. I don't think we're going to use it, but I don't think she wants any gas in there, but I saved it. I have it. Great big wheel. Remember, it has that odd shape. We're going to try and save that on the jack. Here's something I didn't show you as I was tearing out the kitchen cabinet. This was a cutting board right underneath the stove. Look how big that thing is. That's nice. Saved all the eyebrows. Those clean up pretty good. Saved that light. I was able to get all 4 of the reflectors. I'm going to see if I can get them taken apart. Gosh, I don't know how they're going to come apart. I'll figure it out, though, because I want to just clean these up, repaint them. It's a little spigot that was on the side. I think that was, I don't know what it was for, to be honest, so I shouldn't even say. But anyway, I'm not going to use it. I'll use these to keep some doors open that, you know, they hinge up. I just kept that just because it was still in pretty good shape. You never know. And these lights, the little side markers, I got 1 amber and 2 of the red, and they're in good shape. I have to see how to take them apart. I don't know if that's possible or not, but the bad news is I'm missing one. I'm going to see if those are available. La Cabana. And look at this. That used to be the electric in. It's a pretty cool little deal. Look at that. That was all it is. There's no, hey, we don't need no ground wire. Where we're going, we don't use ground wires. Pretty cool, though. So, oh, and the baggage door. So I told you I'd show you what I saved. That's really about all I saved. I do have some things to discuss with you right after this bumper. Just got back from the welder. Good news, bad news. No problem. Fix it up way better than new. I'm not really certain of that design, but he said no problem. He'll get it done for us, and it will be way better and way stronger than new. I just didn't have the courage to ask how much. I gotta brace myself. Listen, kids, if there's any kids watching, if there's any grandparents watching, tell your grandkids, go be a welder. Go be an electrician. Those are the guys making the money, and girls. That's where the money is. It really is. Anyway, he says he's going to get me fixed up. The bad news. The bad news is, what am I going to do? Because he said, this is a Thursday right now that we're talking on. It won't be ready until Tuesday or Wednesday. That's a lot of hours for me that I may have to sit and be vacant. So here's what I think I can do. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill up 5 days. Let me show you. Obviously, first off, we're going to build this. But look at that. It's super simple. We can do that so quickly. I don't anticipate that taking over an hour, hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours at the top if I take my time. Why wouldn't I take my time? Do it right. So there's that. Then I thought, well, nothing else. Rebuild the door. We looked at that earlier. Rebuild the door, shine that up. Again, that's an hour, maybe 2 hours. That. I don't even know if you can count that. 30 minutes, something like that. Now, these will take a day to rebuild. I've got to go get some glass made. This is that back, or no, this is the side window. And they both need glass. Glass on the back window, just fine. Side window, just fine. But I got to tear them down and rebuild them because they're not sealed. It didn't, every time it rained, it didn't leak, but it will. Here's the back side of the front window. This whole window is broke. This whole window is broke. This is good. I'm going to be careful on that. That's a big old piece of glass. This whole window broke. This whole window, well, broke. So I've got several panes of glass I have to buy and rebuild and clean up and get all this mess off of it. So that's a couple of days probably, but I got 5 to kill. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep trying to preload. Speaking of preloading, got the 3/4 inch for the floor. Then I got some 1x4s for the rafters, some 2x4s for various projects, including that right there, and the door face. Then I found some really nice Luan for the ceiling, because this is going to be all amber shellac. So, 1953, it has to be. So I found that. It's real nice, and I got 8 sheets of that. And I got 6 sheets of 19-30 seconds for the wall. Why do they have to do that? Why does it have to be 19-30 seconds? Can't it just be, can't you get up to 3/4? Can't you give me ½ inch? Can't you give me 3? They can't do ½ inch because it's 15-30 seconds. Where's that 1 30-second that's going to save you that much money when I need ½ inch? 16 is half of 32. So I got 19-30 seconds for the walls, and then I'm going to take our 1/8 inch Luan and I'm going to glue it to the inside to make the walls. That gives me 24-30 seconds, which is actually 3/4 of an inch, which is what I want to be on my walls, 3/4 of an inch. So I had to outsmart the big box store. Boy, why am I ranting today? That table's pretty cool. Let's just stop this on a happy note before the next bumper or whatever's coming up next. I don't even know. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to unload this, and I'm gonna work off my frustration. I apologize in advance for that fan noise, but my gosh, it's 95 degrees in the shop already. World headquarters. We're sweating it out. Anyway, to round out this video, we need a few more minutes. And I was thinking to myself, I might have just been too big of a talker right back there. Oh, this will take me 2 hours. That's 30 minutes. I'm a big dog. I know everything. Why did I just talk like I was an 80-year-old Southern gentleman? It's the heat. It's the heat. So I thought, why am I carrying a pencil that's not even... It's the heat. So what I thought I was going to do is I will show you what I get done day by day. So I'm going to show you the rest of Thursday, because it's already past lunchtime here, because I had to get this thing tore apart. Well, you saw what I was doing, and I went to the welder, and I wasn't laying around. So my goal to finish out this Thursday is going to be to make the floor, and that might be a good place to stop. So I've got my measurements. Of course, always take your own measurements. So I'm going to build this. Most of it's going to be in double time, I am sure. And then the next video, let's see what I got done Friday to Saturday or even Sunday. Oh, Saturday, 2 days from now, the customer's coming in from Arkansas. Gonna check on her camper. Ha! Joke's on you, lady. Your camper's not here. Well, what will become your camper's here. But just wait till Saturday. Russ will get this on the double time, get it going as fast as we can. Probably even cut some out because it's going to be boring as me giving you the soliloquy right now. So I'm going to go make this.
come out at double time or even whatever was cut out, I'm going to go over to the table saw. So you won't be seeing that, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. The big long joist, I guess you could say. Joist. 2 7/8. We are sitting at 3 3/8. So we've got to get it down to 2 7/8. Now, the way this was constructed, the frame, it's so weird because it's going to be 2 7/8 in the middle, but then the outriggers come out and up a little bit. So I've got to measure those, I'll cut those, and then I'll come back in and we'll finish this project up. Got everything trimmed down to the right size. I told you that middle was 2 7/8. On the outsides, on the outriggers that go up, 1 3/4. That's what they did. That's what we're going to do. All right, things will start speeding up.
All right. Curly's just putting his final inspection on it, making sure, because that's right there is where the rail goes, and he's making sure that it's going to match right up here. So you got to leave that space. That's what that space is for, is the rail that Curly is inspecting right now. And I'm going to get him up here. Better put him up there now, because I think he needs to inspect my work because I'm done. I know that was probably only, I don't know, 3 to 5 to 10 minutes of you watching me build this, but I did have it on the timer. You see something he doesn't like. What don't you like? Is it good? Check over here. He's good. He likes it. He likes it a lot. So both of the videos, there was 2 videos that I let run that Russ double, triple, quadruple timed and cut some out of for your viewing pleasure. And they came to 57 minutes. Now, the only thing I have to do at this point is I have to flip this over, and then I'm just going to run some screws along there. So if you want to say that's going to take me another 3 minutes, run it up to 60 minutes. And I told you I thought it would take somewhere between an hour and 2 hours. Hour and a half was my first estimate. And it took me about an hour. Now, fun fact, a Scotty takes me almost twice as long as this does. Because it's more intricate, different, just so different. But we do still have some things to add on the top, but that has to do with the interior and not so much the floor. So, feel real good about it. I think it looks real good. Shop inspector is pleased. You could see by the countenance on his face, and he is sitting down proudly. So this was Thursday. I'm going to show you Friday. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to make it this in depth, but whatever I decide to do, I'm going to show you pieces and parts so that you know what I did to stay busy.